Wrong Side of 30, featuring Tash.
Cons.
You know, Dino.
How you guys doing? Welcome to the channel. Today's topic, how are we kicking this off? Dean.
I'm kicking it off by first saying thank you, Tash.
That's all right.
Beers.
That's all right, no problem.
Right.
I'm driving, I can't drink, but I've got ginger ale.
Okay.
Nice one.
So it's some low-calorie Tesco ginger ale.
You can't have
Do you
one
want some
beer.
vodka in it?
You can't have
I'm
one
all
beer.
good.
No vodka?
I can have a beer,
You
but
have
I'd
one
rather
beer,
not.
man.
It's like having one crisp.
Really?
You have to bring it there, dude.
Really?
Is there any point having one crisp?
One crisp.
Yeah, if you got to go
You can
all
have
out.
one beer.
Nah.
Can't go in a pub and have one crisp.
Bro, I got to go all out. If I'm drinking, I got to go all out.
That's just hardcore.
Yeah,
That's
man.
truthfully hardcore. Grim's not here.
Yeah, Gaz ain't here today.
Grim ain't here.
Feeling under the weather, but he's here in spirit. So shout out to Gaz.
He's here, man. We'll put the MP
All right, you know what?
500
Right there.
pillow just for you.
That's it.
Right there.
Representing, baby.
All right. It's something I want to talk about.
What's that?
Leaving Neverland.
Oh, God. So, have you watched the whole documentary? Have you seen
I
much of
watched
it?
part one.
Right.
Oh, I couldn't.
You said it was pretty heavy, innit?
It's hardcore, man. Couldn't. Go on, man.
Like, what is it? What is it you guys sort of came away with?
All right. My opinion, honest opinion,
Yep.
he did it.
I've got no doubt in my mind. What are you saying, Dean?
Oh man, I don't even know. It's honestly, it's a speechless thing for me. It's a speechless thing. I've told everyone that's come here, it's horrible. It's horrible. I've told you how bad it is.
Yeah, you told me how bad it was
You
before I
see
watched
it.
it.
You see it, right? And I said to you, look, because the way it's set up, you have the victims and their family, certain family members, and that's what makes you laugh.
Yeah.
Like I only see the first two. I didn't see no men there.
Apart from the brother, the boy's older brother. Wade's older brother.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, my bad. Right, but
Before. All right, the boy, Wade Robson is one of the boys.
Right.
He's a big dance choreographer.
Okay.
He had his own like show in MTV and whatever.
this is like spoiler alert as well. So if you've gone out there, watch the damn thing. If like I mean, stop this now. Go out and down, watch the damn thing.
And then come back and
You know
watch
what I
this.
mean?
But yeah, so it's Wade Robson, and the other boy's name was Jane. I can't remember his surname, but they called him Jimmy. He was a kid from the Pepsi adverts.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So yeah, just so we made that clear. Yeah. All right, but Wade's older brother was in it.
Okay, yeah, but he was still like young
Yeah.
enough for him to be
what
like.
sort of age group we're talking about?
We're talking like 7, 5, like.
Actually, I think I'm wrong. I think maybe it was Jimmy's older brother that was in it.
Yeah, see, is that the third one?
No,
'Cause I didn't watch
the first boy.
Maybe.
Yeah, there was an older brother. There was definitely an older brother in it.
I mean, like,
yeah?
what is it
We're
you guys-
talking
what you
young
guys-
kids now, right?
Right.
But what I'm talking about is the way it's set up.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about in particular is you have interviews with the victim, and then you have interviews with the family members.
Right.
And the interviews are weird.
Right.
It's like you have like for instance, the first victim was, I don't know, he seemed like, I don't really know how to sort of put it into context. You could see how he was a little bit mystified by what happened.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And he dealt with it more easy than any of the other people.
Right.
Right? But the way the mothers and other people were talking about it, it was like they sort of knew something was going on. But because of all the red carpet treatment they was getting and all the things that possibly could happen, they sort of would turn a little blind eye. That's what it seemed to me.
I mean,
Like, obviously, I'm casting a big assumption here. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, sound technical, right? Like, I'm casting a big assumption, but it was me as a parent, and I'm hoping that we could we're going to talk about a couple of things, and I'm hoping after this we can sort of mention, like, we can go on to about, like, you know, someone who is famous, but you don't know this person. All you know is his music.
But this is the thing. I mean,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. How do you give a stranger full license to your kids?
B. Tell him about Michael Jackson, how we run things, bro.
Listen. This is from my perspective, yeah? All right? See, the beginning of the documentary, was how the kids met Michael Jackson, yeah? Right. If you've never seen this documentary before, you didn't know what the documentary was about, the first half hour, you'd think it was praising Michael Jackson. You'd think it was just talking about him as this wonderful person, the magical times that they've shared together, and blah, blah, blah.
And you met him, and then wow.
All right, and how generous he was to the families and whatever. Half hour into it, or is it maybe 45 minutes into it,
he drops one comment.
The boy said, Jimmy said, and I remember we was at the Paris Hilton Hotel, and that's the first time Michael Jackson showed me how to masturbate. And at that point, my stomach just got sick.
Brother, I was already twisted because I knew what the whole thing was about.
Do you get what I'm saying, yeah? And from that
But if you didn't know what it was about...
And from then on, it went left. And then whenever Wade was talking about his sexual experiences with Michael, they always put the picture of him as a child up.
The only one thing that may persuade you to that direction, that is something weird going on, is the music. Like the soundtrack in the background. Do you know what I'm saying?
Peter Panish, mystified.
It might make you think, all right, you know, maybe this ain't as happy as it is. But literally, there is not really... No. I think he does say one thing right in the beginning. Like, I didn't realise I was going to get abused.
Yeah.
And if you cut that out...
Wade said...
If he was to cut that out, sorry.
Wade said at the beginning of it, yeah? All right? Michael Jackson was the most gentle, the most generous. He'd give you anything. And he was such a wonderful person. And he abused me for 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
7 years?
Yeah. Like literally, everyone who's talking is literally saying... Like, it was all right because the amount of red carpet that was laid out in front of him, like, literally, it was, like, endless.
I mean, who was saying that was all right?
Like, everyone.
What, even the kids?
The kids,
the kids themselves
Well, you got to understand, but, like, they're talking from a perspective of a 5-year-old kid.
Yeah.
They were saying that we didn't realise what we were doing was wrong.
Do you get me?
Right.
They're not talking from an adult perspective as a thing. Like, they're a kid and they believe fucking Santa Claus still exists properly. You know what I'm saying? Like, the second one you was like 5 years old.
No, the second was 5 when he met Michael Jackson, but 7 when the abuse started.
No, that's the first one, wasn't it? Because that...
Horrible,
but the way it sounded, the first one had it like... It took time to get in. But the second one was like...
Quick.
Just a quick thing. Just, all right, now I've done it. Now, no, it's easy. I can do it whenever I want.
Basically,
or there's other people that won't come to the forefront.
All right, basically.
Like
Sorry, go on, speak. Go on.
I was just going to say, do you know the... have you guys seen the Louis Theroux thing about Michael Jackson?
Louis
Theroux.
Is that the one where Michael Jackson climbs a tree?
No. Basically, what he does is before he's dead...
I don't know who Louis Theroux is.
You know Louis Theroux. English guy, glasses. He done a...
Geeky looking.
Yeah, he done it on... Didn't he do... No, he didn't do a 2-pack.
He done stuff like we went across America.
He's like an interview dude.
Yeah.
All right, he's an interviewer. That's what you have to say. But
he done this documentary on Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Right? And from the moment he stepped off the plane, the family knew that he was there. Yeah? They were cutting off interviews with people. And it came out that... Do you know, in America, got the trailer parks. Yeah, so there's a lot of people that got no money. So Michael Jackson's people would approach families in these trailer parks and basically get the kids from these families and give them money and fucking, you know, help them out and all this kind of stuff.
You mean like babies or kids?
Kids. I don't know about babies, it was kids. I mean, again, same sort of age groups again. You know, and virtually buying the kids from the families because these families had fuck all.
But B, you're talking like, when we're talking here, we're talking like these people, they get like for instance, you walk into a place and you've got free reign of like a massive like ranch to walk around. You got flowers, you got beautiful places to catch up, have a picnic,
arcades, games rooms,
like for the kids,
cinema room,
and you got staff on hand. So it's like, and plus you know you got gates, and then you got not everything's on hand.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I can leave my kids because you know, but it's like only like couple of times you heard through the interview, like. Yeah, like I wanted him to enjoy himself.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, all right, then what you tag along, but you just shut up.
Exactly.
And let him do it. But you don't, all right, go and take my kid. You know what I'm saying? He's still someone's house.
Of course.
It's like I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's weird.
It is weird. I mean, what was...
It's weird because look, if you look at the first interview, it is so detailed how we strung him and pulled him along. You know, like gradually got him there. You know what I'm saying?
I was mad at the parents.
Yeah, I was heartbroken, man. I was heartbroken.
I was mad
I
at
couldn't
the parents.
watch it all.
Do you guys...
Watch it all.
So go on, Tash, go on.
Do you guys think that basically parents sold the kids? And do you think they were aware? And what about the staff? And what about the staff? Did the staff know?
See, all right, I want to go into another sort of ring here. Now, before I come in here, we knew we watched this documentary.
Yeah.
We knew it was going to be hot topic. We knew we had to talk about it.
Yeah.
All right? But, you know, this branches off into a big thing. I just put into the comments of YouTube, paedophile ring, right? And so many things come up. Now, I mentioned last week, and we was talking about David Icke, and we also brought up the things that have been brought up in news.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it seems like it's a spread, do you get me? It seems like it's spread, like, everywhere. And so, like, I'm looking at Michael Jackson now, and I'm thinking, we all know he was abused as when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Not sexually, though, I don't think.
But that's what I'm getting into. What do we really know?
From what we've been told, Joe Jackson just had a iron fist when it came to his kids.
But Joe Jackson could have passed off his kids.
Could have.
And said, yeah, do that while I'm going to go out and bang some hoes or,
Yeah.
you know, do drugs or go to the pub or make business deals.
Do you know what?
Elsewhere.
It would have been
You
good
know.
to see Joe Jackson's reaction to this interview had he not passed away. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know because it's a hard thing. Like, I'm speculating hard here. There is no evidence to what I'm saying.
Like in my personal opinion, watching this documentary, I believe these kids.
Yeah.
I believe them, yeah? All right? And whether you think Michael Jackson knew it was wrong because he kept saying to him, look, you'll get in trouble, I'll get in trouble, they'll split us apart. All we need is
Everything
love.
you hear is like typical profile of a paedophile.
But even when Dean was saying before, about the precautions and shit, Michael Jackson had a long hallway, all right?
Right.
And when someone was approaching that hallway, there was little triggers and little sensors that would ring bells in his bedroom, so he knew that, all right, 50 feet away, someone's walking towards it, so he could, all right?
No.
And also, they were doing...
Hold on, 1 second.
Yeah, bro.
What? So basically, he'll know that a kid's walking down.
No,
he'd know
not a
that
kid,
somebody-
an adult, like, or someone who clock him doing what he's doing with a kid.
Right.
So if he knows that at 50 feet away from his door, that alarm goes off, that whistle goes off,
Right,
he knows I've got this amount of time to sort myself out. He was doing drills with the kids, just random drills, seeing how quick they could get dressed.
God.
Yeah, bro.
My God.
All right, he was doing random drills like that, and you know what else he was doing? To one of the little boys, the parents were staying over as well, and they were having conversations. The mum and dad were splitting up while this was going on,
And they was
but the
on
little
the
boy
phone
didn't know,
listening,
and they were on the phone. And Michael Jackson would let the little boy listen in on the phone conversations between his mum and his dad, and he's going to him, "Look how much of a bitch your mum is. Don't trust women. Don't trust adults. We've been brought together by God. We're the only ones that understand each other."
Yeah, we bring God into it. Like,
When they were holding hands, when you see the
like
Michael Jackson.
cultic.
When you saw Michael Jackson and his kid holding hands,
Yeah.
apparently Michael Jackson used to scratch a little boy's palm to let him know that he was thinking about him sexually.
Bruv, yeah, that's round about when I was cutting it off, bro. Round about then, it was getting graphic, bro. It was getting graphic.
And then,
you know,
and
like
then-
little code words they would have between each other to explain
And
how
the
they
worst
feel
one,
about each other.
the worst one that I saw, and both of them
That
said
is
this.
weird.
Yeah, all right, both of them said this. Discretion is advised as about what I'm about to say. Yeah? It's not pleasant. All right, I'm about to say it, so if you don't want to hear it, you know what I mean. And they both explained this. Michael Jackson would make them bend over
he would
in front of him,
he liked that.
spread their bum cheeks so that their anuses were exposed, all right? And he would masturbate while watching them.
Yeah, and all shit like this. Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
What a vile human being.
Oh, and apparently he used to like to tongue kiss a lot.
Yeah.
While they rubbed his nipples.
Yeah. Both of them said nipples as
Both
well.
of them said the same
like,
thing.
Like, yeah, it's weird, bro. It's weird. Like, no.
See, I did...
And then thingy's come out now. Macaulay Culkin and Corey Feldman have come out, and they've both said Michael Jackson's never done anything with us, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I said before, that dude, Corey Feldman, whatever his name is, he's not exactly... if he was passed around a bit because he's admitted up to it or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
he said the biggest, Hollywood's biggest thing is paedophilia.
Right, but like he's Hollywood, and all right, Michael Jackson's Hollywood, but he ain't exactly Hollywood. Do you get what I mean? But this is what he said, right? This is Corey Feldman, right?
Yeah.
But then Macaulay Culkin, he was wrapped up with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Right. That was his thing. He was wrapped up always with Michael Jackson.
But I'm gonna put it like this.
How far do you reckon he got because of Michael Jackson? Like he was Michael Jackson's little right hand man for a little time.
Kind of, but this is my take on it. Yeah. All right. If I'm into women, you're into women, whatever, yeah? All right? There's gay people that are into men or into women, whatever. But it doesn't mean that every man or woman you leave them in the room with, yeah, they're going to want to fuck. All right? I don't want to fuck every woman I'm left in the room with. You know what I mean? Yeah? All right? It's the same thing with him. Not just because they're little boys that he's going to be on every little boy. He may not have found Macaulay Culkin and Corey Feldman attractive, let's say, yeah? All right? And another thing, before you cut me off, yeah? Another thing is, yeah, Macaulay Culkin and Corey Feldman were already in the industry and they were big stars at the time, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, Macaulay Culkin and Corey Feldman, yeah? All right? Whereas these kids weren't. These kids were given to Michael as they're your kids. Macaulay Culkin and Corey Feldman were never Michael Jackson's kids like that because they had
you're talking
agents.
about like if they had handlers and shit like that.
They had agents. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's what I was gonna sort of say as well, right? But like the way in which I was gonna say it is, even in the interview, they're saying, like the boy is saying, I'm meeting Harrison Ford, I'm meeting Steven Spielberg, and there's things that have come out about Steven Spielberg, about weird things, like, you get me? Yes, bruv, I keep telling you, look up Cliff Richard, I mean, look up certain things, right? You got mad people, like you got like Mrs. Bush, you know, like the first Bush. Yeah. She talking about how one person used to collect fetuses, you know, like in a jar. Like people are twisted. This is what I'm saying, right? And all these people are bucking up eating dinner with each other, left, right, and centre. Yeah. Right. And this is and I'm being real honest when I'm saying this. When he's saying like he's meeting up all these people, how is not one of these people not saying nothing? Yeah. Like, because I said to you, there was a thing that went on with this boy. He done something, and then it was supposed to be a competition. You know, you met Michael Jackson, done, finished. Yeah. But look, this is what goes on weird within this interview as well. The parents keep talking like, oh no, he was a friend to Michael. He was friends with Michael Jackson. They were friends. An adult.
Friends with a little kid. What
conversation can you get? For instance, if I was an adult, I'll be like, that's mentalness, that's mental.
You just made me remember their name as well. Because apparently Michael Jackson used to walk into their house and go, the safe box. Yeah. It was James Safebuck was the guy's name, yeah? Right. And he used to just go there and just chill in the kid's room and just play toys with him all day and
shit like that. Like do you understand where I'm coming from? You're coming around, you're an adult coming around, seeing other adults and avoiding the adults.
And playing with the kids. But go on, Tash, sorry, you've been itching to say something, go on.
But yeah, I mean, who was the other child star that was allegedly abused by Charlie Sheen?
Corey Haim.
It was Corey Haim.
Yeah. Yeah. And Corey, the other Corey, was it?
Yeah, the blonde Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one was the one that passed away?
Corey Haim.
It was Corey Haim.
Corey Haim.
Now, do we know whether that's a product of what happened to him?
I don't know, but I know that there was a reality TV show with the two Coreys, Corey Feldman and Corey Haim.
A lot of people who have suffered that type of abuse kill themselves, brother. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there is.
Right, but like I was saying, there was a TV show with the two Coreys, and there's a scene, you can see it on YouTube, yeah, where they're arguing with each other, and Corey Haim's kind of saying to Corey Feldman, "You weren't there for me," blah blah blah. He goes, "Why? You know what? What do you mean I weren't there for you?" He goes, "Well, I was there and this was happening to me." He goes, "You know why I wasn't there? Because it was happening to me too."
Yeah, it was like mad on TV.
Yeah,
like I can understand the pain of both of them, man.
Yeah,
I can understand it, man.
And now the thing about Corey Feldman is open about paedophiles in Hollywood and whatever.
Yeah.
So for him to
That's what I'm saying.
defend
Steven
Michael
Spielberg's
Jackson,
things have come out.
But for him to defend Michael Jackson, all right, it only puts it in my mind that Michael Jackson genuinely didn't do anything to Corey Feldman. Yeah. But is it because his status was too big, or he wasn't
in that ring? He just wasn't passed to him.
Yeah,
or in that circle.
Do you know what I'm
he probably
saying?
was in a circle, but you got to understand.
But not his circle.
How many kid stars are not talking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently, the lead singer to... I could be wrong here. The lead singer to the Scorpions, which was a sort of like a metal band back in the 80s.
I remember Scorpions.
He turned around and said that when he was in Hollywood, when they were big, he was invited to a party one night. So they go to the party, and there was... Sorry to say this, but there was bestiality going on, right? For the entertainment of the people that are at the party. Now... someone come to him because obviously it's very disturbing watching someone having sex with an animal. So they turned around and said, "Look, if you want more, come with us. There's another party. Yeah, come with us. There's another party." He goes, "I was on coke and this and that. Fuck it, all right. Let's wherever you want to go. Let's just go there." So they go to this next place. And he goes, there was people there, well-known people. He goes, I wouldn't like to start spouting names out. He goes, and what I witnessed in front of me was a murder for people's entertainment. He goes, apparently someone was tied up and they butchered the person.
Where did you sacrifice someone? It was like a sacrificial...
It was for entertainment value. I mean, so it's like...
It's like hostile, like type of scenario. Do you get me? Like you've gone through madness, but then when you end at the end, you're just entertainment for a butcher party type thing.
That's
like
like fuck shit.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard of that. I'm just talking about when you talk about paedophilia and you look into it, it's fucking scary because a lot of people bring up high-named politicians.
Do you know what? I saw something actually, yeah? I don't know if it was one of them fake Facebook posts though, yeah? About Justin Bieber and the reason why he's gone quiet.
Yeah.
All right? But you know what? I don't want to say it just in case it was one of them fake Facebook thingies, yeah? So give me one sec. Carry on. Give me one sec. I'm just going to search it quick. I have to because it's a bit of an outlandish thing to say if it's not...
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm talking from what I've heard from things, and you can, like, I am literally just talking off a 20-minute search of what I've heard, right? Now, you got things there where they talk about, like, all types of madness of this ring. Like, there's supposed to be a documentary called The 12th Circle where they talk about things, Jill Dando, right? It goes crazy when you look into this. But the point is, it's like, you got all these high politicians, high leaders, right? And if there's a madness going on, how are you supposed to sort it when the madness is directly from them?
The thing is, I don't get is like, look, any one of us, if we got serious cash coming our way,
look,
what do you think about this?
No, I'm going to bring up something else. Sacha Cohen, whatever his name is.
Sacha Baron Cohen,
Sacha Baron Cohen, right? What did he do?
Oh, what, the thing at the hotel?
The hotel, he exposed a little thing, but no one will do nothing about it. Or it suddenly got looked into suddenly as he went public about it.
This thing about Justin Bieber,
I'm
finding it, but I'm finding things saying he didn't say it, and I'm finding things that he did say it. Yeah? Getting back to from what I've seen, all right, and I haven't got a source for it, All right, there's no source for it, yeah? So I'm not sure if this is a true story or what, but what the article said that Justin Bieber went to a party, he went into this back room and they were drinking the blood of fetuses. And he was offered to drink the blood of this fetus and he declined.
Right.
All right, and then shortly after declining, apparently Thingy was pregnant. What's her name? Selena Gomez was pregnant.
Right.
And they took the baby.
Oh, shit.
All right, but listen, I'm only saying that now because I already made the statement of I was going to search it and I can't find proper... I'm finding something on it that says that he did say it, then I'm finding stuff that says he didn't say it. Until next time, I'm going to search it properly and we'll come back to that.
One thing I'm going to say, that like, there is a lot of madness going on within the music industry or certain people, and it's like, listen, you've studied music your whole life, right? You've never studied science, you've never studied this, you never studied that. So you get a lot of them, like, you know, they claim flat earth, they claim this, right? And it's like, you know, stick to music, bro.
Yeah.
Right? And like, you got people saying they're clones in the music industry. You got people saying they're a clone.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like a third generation clone, man. Yeah.
That's
Like weird people. Like, I know what I mean?
Straying on to, there was a point you were saying about
like,
Sacha Baron Cohen, yeah?
Yeah.
All right? Sacha Baron
Big
Cohen.
him up, big
right?
him up.
Big
Yeah.
up. You know what, yeah?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
guy's a don.
He's a don.
And
Big
this,
time.
Yeah.
this made it
See
even
that
more
UK
apparent that he was a
man, no,
don,
what?
yeah?
Yeah.
All right? The fact that he went out there, yeah? And the concierge asked him, oh, so sir, what are you looking to get up to tonight?
What character was he playing? Was
When?
he playing when this whole thing happened? Was
When he
playing
himself?
character?
No, he was himself.
No,
he
he's just
himself?
himself. Yeah.
He was himself.
Right, okay. So I thought he was playing...
Is there video to
No,
this? Is there posted any video?
there
to
isn't.
this?
I don't think there is. But it's been reported that he left the hotel. The concierge said to him, "Oh, so what are you going to get up to tonight?" And he goes, "You know, I'm looking for some fun." He goes, "Oh, what kind of fun? You know, what kind of fun? Like, find myself a young boy or something like that, yeah." And the concierge turned around and goes, "Oh, I can sort that out."
Yeah.
So Sacha Baron Cohen, alarms went off in his head, but he said, "Let me see where this goes."
Yeah.
And he uncovered a ring of people.
He actually, the guy asked him how old he wanted the kid.
Yeah.
And he said, what was
So
it?
I got
Not
deep
old enough
into it,
to be
bruv.
part of
Yeah,
his
no.
bar mitzvah.
Yeah, that's it. Not old enough to do his bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
And they were looking to bring him a child.
Yeah. He was like
And
egging
he
him.
exposed it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the FBI took hold of the thing.
But no, apparently they didn't want
happened
to. Apparently they didn't want to deal with it, or
Didn't they?
Really?
I don't know. That's the last thing I heard.
Listen,
about it.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Big
like,
shout out to
but
Big
you
shout
can
out.
tell he's a rebel from day, innit?
Of
Yeah.
course.
He's a rebel from day, blood. He used
Of
to gun
course.
everyone
Hey, did you see
get me?
the thing with O.J. Simpson?
with O.J. Simpson.
Who, Sacha Baron Cohen?
Yeah.
No.
don't
You ever
think.
seen that?
No.
It's fucking hilarious. He's got this character.
Don't get me wrong. I'll big him up, but I don't like fucking sniff his backside. But go on.
Yeah. Well, the character is he's Eastern European. I think he's Eastern European. He's got white hair and a white beard, yeah? And he's sitting with this girl. And they're all having a drink with OJ sitting there, yeah? And he brings up the subject with OJ that he goes, I heard that you're a good lady killer, he goes to him like this.
You're a lady killer.
Yeah. He goes, and because he's got the accent and the character down as well, right? And he's going, yeah, he goes like, yeah, you're great, you're one of my heroes. He goes, tell me, he goes, if I want to get rid of my wife, he goes, how do I do it? He goes, do you wrap her up in a carpet?
I gotta watch this.
Right, you got one?
Must have been Borat.
Right. No,
Must have been Borat.
Different character. This is part of the
The America thing.
Yeah.
What is America?
mate, I'll tell you what,
He
it's
must have been
cringe.
Borat, bro.
No, he weren't, but he's telling you he wasn't, man. Fucking hell, chill.
Borat, man.
He's telling you he weren't.
I'll tell you what, it's cringe-worthy.
Yes.
Right, but it's
Yes, I like.
so fucking funny. Like, he keeps on doing it. All the way through the interview.
He's a
That's
proper
fucking
rebel,
mad.
man.
But he exposed
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And I rate him because he
Like,
could have
as
been
you
one
were
of them
saying
widows.
about the person from the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, Johnny.
Right.
Yeah, Johnny Rotten.
Right? And then you know,
Rotten.
like he's obviously made a comment without bringing it out, without just blatantly saying it, and he still got, like, I mean,
Yeah.
like hounded for that shit. So, Like
They ruined that man's career, man.
There's a lot of evidence that are sort of pointing in the direction to say there's something really needs to get done about it.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because, like, who can you trust, man? Because now when you're hearing all this, you know, asexual, and, you know, you got to say these pronoun...
Asexual is when you have no sexual preference. You're not interested in sex at all.
But the difference is, bruv, we're not talking about what sex are... We're not talking about what sex are you. Mm. In other words, are you male or are you female? Right? You get me? That's obvious. Right? But they still do not take that on. They say, I don't feel like a male, so therefore I am not a male. There's a difference between you saying, I do not fancy a man or a woman. Do you get me? And, and this is practically, all it boils down to is who I would fuck. When it comes to all these pronouns, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Right? Sorry, a man. So in other words, inconsensual, in their mind, if you really think about it, they know a man and a woman are supposed to fuck. Otherwise, they wouldn't bring all this madness out.
Of course.
Do you get me? Because they're trying to say, I'm not a man and I'm not gay, so therefore I'm not doing that, but I'm also, you know, I'm a man and I should be fucking a woman, but I don't feel that way. It's like giving credence to, you know, the whole point that really and truthfully, when what you're trying to say is like, I'm asexual. No, you're a male who don't want to have sex with anyone.
Yeah.
What's the difference between being asexual and
you know what I mean? Like when you're transvestite, I'm a man that wants to be a woman.
Celibacy, from what I understand,
it's a want.
Is stop it. That is like having the urges, but you're not gonna do it until. Thing asexual is that I have no interest in sex whatsoever.
Right now, I understand there are people out there that are mixed. You know that like they have in certain places have like because they've took genes from a fire and they've took genes from a hare. And they're totally different, like, they read a bit different, you get me? And things like that. So, but when they've checked certain people, like, there's that runner, that South African runner, and she had a lot of male genetics.
I wish you would fucking know the names of these people that you're talking about, though. You know?
I forgot, but you know what I'm talking about, though, innit? There was a South African long-distance runner or something, and she had, but everyone was talking about her at the time, or, like, she's, like, some sort of runner anyway, from the African team. But everyone was calling her, like, I think she was an Olympic champion as well. I'm not too sure. But everyone was saying, you know, but when it comes out, she's a female, but she's got, like, you know, a certain thing where she got certain, like, male genetics in her. You get me? That make her, but how, so then, that's obviously like a woman. And you got certain people that are women, but then you got a man you're a man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But saying that, didn't you see the women's wrestling thing? That a transsexual won women's wrestling the other day, and it's
but that's WWF. That is, even though there is still.
No, I'm not talking about WWF.
Oh right, sorry, bro.
Wrestling, like competing wrestling.
Oh, right, Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah, like the Olympic wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, a transsexual one.
What in the females?
In the females, yeah.
Yeah, see, that's fucked up.
See,
that's fucked
wrong.
up. That is like the MMA fight I was about to say.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
Like, there's an MMA, like Joe Rogan brings this up all the time.
Yeah, he does.
Like, and that's why he's against it. You got a male, and I don't care what you sort of do. You've gone through like 20 years of becoming a man.
Yeah.
Right, and becoming a man, and not only that, you trained a certain time. Practically, what it looks like is that you've got your ass whooped and you can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
And then, you know, because you're a bit gay, you can go away and say I'm a woman, but then become a star at the same time because you're gonna mash up everyone. But apparently, I forgot this person's name as well, right? But she apparently after a little while, I think she got us like she near enough got beat by a woman. She was very close to getting beat by a woman.
What did he say about the thing? The treatment they take. The treatment they take actually makes the bones denser.
Like, it's weird, bro.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It makes the bones denser. Like,
you can't get a gene therapy. You can't because it's not coming from the outside in. It's coming from the inside out. You grow.
So, Tash, you were saying?
Well, basically, you know, like you as a man, right? Your bones are denser. They're thicker than a woman's. Yeah, we're kind of built to be this kind of way. Now, when men become women, they take hormone treatment, right, so they're more feminine.
Yeah.
But actually, in fact, what happens is stuff like bone density increases. Their features. That's why sometimes when you see transsexual people,
they got very sharp features. Yeah.
Their features are stronger. Now, if you put that in a combat situation, if you give me a harder jaw, you give me a harder skull.
Well, it depends. It depends. It depends on like I don't know it all, but like say for instance if it was to make certain things in a certain way, it like for instance certain things are very like where you hold it's very dense, but they're very brittle.
Yes.
Do you get me? So I don't know if it's automatically better in a combat situation, but the difference is even muscles, the way you generate power.
Yeah.
Everything. A man, like literally, 90% of man would dominate women.
Yeah.
Right? No, like you can get the world's strongest woman and you can get the world's strongest man, right? You can get like I don't believe in putting everyone in these type of fucking boats.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Right? Because I know there'll be one woman out there or a couple women out there that'll probably lift the weight much heavier than I can.
Yeah.
Like you got these Olympic people, they'll probably outlift me all day long.
Of course.
Right? But you got to understand they train for that. If I was to fucking get down and start training, I'm lifting more than them.
Well, didn't you hear recently on Twitter?
You know what I'm saying?
I forgot who released the tweet. But there's
So
a guy,
strength is like you train for it, obviously, but a man is naturally.
I'm going to change our podcast
strength.
name, you know that? So I wonder what that person's name is or some shit like that because you don't know no names, you don't know no names.
Well, the thing is, this guy that's lifting
Well,
weights.
you can always check them out
can always
quickly
check.
on the YouTube.
Oh wait, I'm just being a prick right there. Don't worry.
I know,
me.
like
Well, this guy basically.
I'm picking on you.
I just didn't want to say that on there.
Right.
Sorry.
That's right. He set up the weight
Kind him off
to
now.
the same weight as the European Women's Champion.
Okay.
Right? And he's basically lifting it. And the title of the tweet is, "Look how easy I can lift the European record, right? Women's record, right? Straight off the bat." And it shows him bang, bang. You know.
The top tennis player is who? I mean, a couple of years back was what's her name? Serena, right? She, I think, in her prime or something, she had a tennis match against the ranked number. I think it was like 500. My numbers are rubbish. It was a college player, right? College school player, right? 500 or 600 or something like that.
The rankings,
right? The college person still done her 3 games to Lille. You get me? 3 games, love.
Am I the only one who finds her attractive? Finds both sisters
No,
attractive?
you like that's your thing, man. If you like them, that's you like them,
You
isn't it?
and Jamie Foxx.
I know. I
Jamie-
totally got it. When he done that whole thing with her, right? I totally got it.
The tennis racket thing.
Yeah.
Let me be your tennis ball. You can smack me up against the wall.
I get it. You know, she's like a She-Hulk of a woman. Do you know what I mean?
But she's still a woman, though.
She is, yeah.
She's still a woman, and if you was to train
No
at a basic level, you can still. No. It is no disrespect saying that about a woman. Do you know what I'm saying? I can do things that a woman can't, and women can do a bunch of things that I can't. Yeah. And they do the most amazing thing, don't they, women?
Yeah.
They bring our children
Life.
into the fucking, onto the...
100%.
They hold it and they do it, right? No other person's built and
Wait,
they've
saying
built
that,
for it.
is it true that kicking the balls hurts as much as giving birth?
Well, I've heard the joke, brother, already, man.
No, is it a joke?
Yeah, there's a joke. There's a joke going around.
I thought it was true.
Like.
I thought, not that it was true. I thought it was supposed
you
to.
You never hear a man asking, "Can you kick me in the balls again?"
But no, for real, it is.
Apparently, there's hormones released that they forget the pain.
No, I mean, look.
Some women are addicted to the pain.
Really?
That's why they have so many kids.
Really?
They like the pain.
I don't get it. I don't get it. But like I see some women and they have the children, but after that it's like postnatal depression, and it's like, why do that, man?
Happens a lot.
Like,
happens a lot.
you know? And you don't need that around.
Yeah, but we've gone from there to over there, yeah. All right. Bring it back. Women do amazing things.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I am no way in putting down a woman.
And women are very strong as well at the same time.
No, they
My
are.
grandma
They are.
had 6 kids, was still working, still looking after all 6 of them kids, yeah? And she was just, you know what I mean? You need strength to do something like that.
The thing that women do, that a lot of men don't do, is they buckle down quicker.
Yeah.
Right? They know they've got a grind. Right? Where men sort of toe the line a bit. They know they got a job and they can just fuck around a bit. They don't want to go bang straight and like really like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like women, they should not underestimate who they are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I love a woman. I love their sexuality. I love their bodies. I love the way what they're designed for. They're designed to be there for a man, and a man's designed to be there for a woman. I like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Right? You know, but the point is, it's now got to this point, I don't need a man. And and you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, this is what women don't realise. They're getting targeted with this feminism bullshit. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like children, they're getting targeted with all this bullshit. This is a targeting program. No one can tell you who you identify with. And they'll go, but that's what I mean. But it's like, but you never got the fucking idea until someone put it in your head, you fucking donut. Like, you get me? Like, people have been putting in your head what you are, right? A man has the ability to give a woman a child. Yeah. Sex is sex. Child rearing is child rearing. Right? Obviously, they're both combined. Yeah. Right? Do you get me? Right? But the point is, like, if you're going to be, like, there's always been gay people. Right? But I just believe, like, you know, in that sort of yin and yang business, there's always that difference. You know what I'm saying? And I don't disrespect them at all. But, like, it's like me, I don't flaunt myself and, like, rare. Some people do and whatnot. Yeah. But, like, at the same time, it's like, look, as no one's hurting each other. And as long as you ain't being so provocative that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? But now it's like, everyone's just saying, yeah, you can do this. And what's happening is a lot of children who are very quiet and have no personality, like, who have not really established themselves at a young age, right? It's like they're getting told all this madness.
Well, what's the thing?
And they don't know nothing about life yet.
Dean, what was the thing you was telling us about a couple of weeks ago about what they're trying to get the parents to teach the kids? You know, about the whole thing of, oh, you're not a boy.
Oh,
you're
no.
not a girl.
No, sorry. I think what I was trying to say is that when we were saying about, you know, what's worse, that you said something, oh no, it's weird, like a whole new madness about someone, like, you know, you're touching a kid. Yeah. And I said, no, there is a madness, worse than that. I said, there's some parents out in America, and what they're doing, they're giving their kid a sexual change, like, you know, operation, and giving them gene therapy, but they're a little kid. But the thing is, you know, kids, they jump in and out of fucking hypes, left, right, and centre. Of course. And it's like a fashion to them. Like, and especially when you got a kid that don't even know what sex is properly in its own head. He doesn't know what it means.
My boy, all right, one day he wants to be a footballer. Next day he wants to be Spider-Man. Yeah. Next day he wants to be Captain America. Yeah. And last night he wanted to be Bruce Lee. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like they go through phase, you know what I mean? Like me, when I was younger.
For some reason, sorry, I have to interrupt here. That's such a proud moment, because I remember when I sat down and watched my first martial art film. Now
but you see, you've just jumped in with that. We got to let. Last night I watched Enter the Dragon with my son for the first time. Yeah. All right.
That's his first martial art film in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. My first martial art film was Jackie Chan.
And before people start saying whatever, yeah, all right, he's 3.5. No, he's 4. He'll be 4 next month, yeah?
Yeah, I was 4, 5.
And he's watched Enter the Dragon. And I let him watch Enter the Dragon, yeah? All right? You can cuss me for it or whatever, yeah? But the fight scenes in any of those new Marvel movies are way more explicit than any of the fight scenes in Enter the Dragon. If Enter the Dragon came out today, it'd probably be a PG.
We're including the head kick.
What head kick?
The head kick, where the mirrors are. Where Bruce Lee kicks hard.
What?
Oh, no, I didn't let him watch that part.
You didn't?
No, I didn't let him watch that part. That part where he kicks him and he goes through the spike, and there's certain things I didn't let him watch.
No. There's a shot with his head, right? And I think he's just leg sweeps him or something or other, and then all you get is the back of his head. And Bruce basically posed like,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. And it's blatantly a doll, isn't it? It's blatantly a doll.
Cool. But then when Thanos when Thanos beat the shit out of the Hulk, and you see the Hulk's face all smashed up, Cam got into the cinema to watch that, and he was free at the time.
Yeah, that was a next level beat.
Any fight in Infinity War, all right, outdoes any fight in. And you think
the man gets stabbed 3 times through the back, through his stomach.
Yeah, he's got. So anyway, so no one can say nothing to me about that.
Even the impaling, that's nothing. Because,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. But Cam come away with those immortal words of "boards don't hit back."
Oh, it's amazing,
bro. You dropped that.
He loved it. He loved it.
You dropped the footage on the group.
Yeah.
Right. I saw it, and I actually had no words. Oh yeah, nice one, whatever. I just put wicked. I
was bussing up.
Yeah. I thought to myself, it's such a pinnacle moment. I know in my life, probably in yours and in yours. And then that kid sat down and watched it. It's wicked.
Well, I can quote that movie from beginning to end. And if you noticed in the video that I put up, he was trying to quote it line for line as he was saying it.
Yeah, but you see, what made me laugh is you can blatantly that film. It's dialogue. It's so captivating.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. I keep explaining this to these people, everyone. Like, it ain't my best Bruce Lee film.
Right.
My best Bruce Lee film is Fist of Fury. Right. And it's the old. It's the old telling that every martial artist has done. Like the thing. No.
I might go with.
Right. Well. He's gangster in that film, Bruce Lee. When he lifts up the taxi thing, you know, when they run with it and he lifts it up and just chucks it like gangster in that film.
He only made 5 movies, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, we made 4.5.
All right.
Game of Death.
Yeah. But, no. Actually, he didn't. Actually, he made loads more. But he was a childhood actor, by the way.
Yeah. But listen, my ranking is Enter the Dragon first.
But he made 5 martial arts.
Then Way of the Dragon. All right. Then after Way of the Dragon, I would say Big Boss.
Yeah.
And it's either Game of Death or...
See, Big Boss to me is like one at the back because even though there's a lot of hype around what made the film, but when you look at the film, the fight scenes weren't as great. Yeah, we had that weird style for a point, like where it was basic kung fu, like, and the only person that looked good was Bruce Lee, and it just didn't contrast well. Do you know what I'm saying? It looked good in the Way of the Dragon, where the sense where. You know, like Bruce Lee was different.
That fight
and he was well trained.
That fight with him and Chuck Norris was mad.
Amazing.
I think it's good in
but
the retrospect of what it showed.
Yeah.
And like, because like we don't realise a lot of things that Bruce Lee done as a fighter. It legitimately, if you time them well and think they legitimately a lot of some stuff works.
Yeah. This is what I'm going to say before we go back onto because I want to talk more about Enter the Dragon, because I think it's such a pinnacle. Yeah,
it's a great dialogue, man.
But
best dialogue.
Before I say that, but when I was watching it back last night and I'm watching the fight scenes, there's movies today where the people aren't even trained, the actors probably aren't even trained in kung fu or karate whatsoever, that look better than. Like if you put a Jet Li fight scene against any scene in Enter the Dragon, it's faster, it's more complex, it's more or Ong Bak or one of them movies, Like if you look at it realistically, the karate, Bruce Lee's karate in those movies, maybe because it's at the times or whatever it is,
ain't Bruce Lee.
It looked more primitive.
It's not Bruce Lee.
It didn't look as complex
because if you looked within the Chuck Norris fight. There is speed and complexity there, but the fight,
but the technicality,
but the fight is not mythical. Yeah, it's more grounded.
Yeah, it is.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like Bruce Lee had concepts, and he was trying to bring it through movies, in a certain way. So he was like a philosopher, and he was trying to bring all this shit out. Like you get me, and he. The reason why we all know why he was great. He done Jeet Kune Do. Which was, there's no styles, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Right? But this is when we was talking about art of styles.
That's right.
Right? Now, look, in a way, I'm glad we got styles because it showed you a multitude of different ways we can use our body.
Yeah.
Right? but we still only have a leg that can move in only a so basic amount of ways.
What did he say? While man only has 2 arms, 2 legs, there's only one form of fighting.
And that's the way a man does it.
Yeah.
Right? And there's only a certain way my arm can move.
Listen.
And I will hit you like this, I will hit you like this, I will hit you like this, right? If I have a chance, I will hit you like this, you get me?
Listen, we said, quotables. Like you just quoted it.
Amazing.
Enter the Dragon is the most amazing film for quotables.
Yeah, man.
The most amazing film for quotables.
Like,
but one thing, and I watched it last night, yeah? And I know this film word for word.
Yeah.
When he points up to the moon, what does he say? It's like a finger.
It's like it's like a finger pointing at the moon or something like that.
Pointing away from the moon, isn't it?
It's like I always thought it's like a finger pointing to the moon. Yeah? But when I watched it last night, it says it's like a finger pointing away to the moon.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember it being away to the moon.
Yeah, I remember it that way.
To be away to the moon.
I thought it was away from
This ain't the fucking Mandela effect, is it?
Right.
Oh, no!
I thought it was...
We'll talk about that another day. But listen. That whole section there, yeah? When he's sitting there and he's there with Braithwaite. And he goes,
Mr. Braithwaite.
He goes, Mr. Braithwaite. He goes, Lao's time. Up until a certain age, I didn't understand what that meant. I'm like, the kid's name's Lao. It's Lao's time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right? And he goes, when he goes to him, kick me. He goes, huh? Kick me. He goes, what was that? He goes. He goes,
yeah.
No, do it again. With me. You know what he says it though, yeah. This is the best part. He goes, I said, emotional content. Not anger.
Yeah.
Do it again. With me.
Does he say think?
Yeah, he goes, no, this is what he says. This is what he goes, how did that feel? He goes, let me think. He goes, don't think. He goes, don't think. Feel. It's like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you miss all the heavenly glory. Bam.
Yeah.
But you know who else had the quotables in that? Williams.
Yeah.
Bullshit, Mr. Ham, man.
Hey,
oh man, no, he had some of the best ones, bro.
Yeah, he did.
When he had, man, you come straight out of the comic book. And then he's got the other one, and he just looks. Ghettos are the same everywhere. Yeah. It's like so epic.
Yeah, they stink. Ghettos. This is word for word. He goes, ghettos are the same all over the world. They stink.
It's like epic the way he says it.
And when he beat up the police and he took the cop car, he knew exactly where the siren was. And and the police were like, what, Hong Kong by Hawaii? He ain't going no Hawaii.
Jig. Make sure they put that in, jig.
Yeah, they put that.
Just fucking it's funny, man.
Have you seen Black Belt Jones?
No, I haven't.
No, I've seen about half an hour.
I've got a Jim Kelly story. Rest in peace, Jim Kelly.
Rest in peace, brother.
Rest in peace.
Dean over here was friends with Jim Kelly on Facebook.
When it first sort of started, man. I talked to him once.
All right, and basically what happened is I found out that Dean was friends with Jim Kelly on Facebook, and I got really jealous. So I sent him a friend request, and he declined. And I sent him another one, and he declined. I said to Dean, please, tell him, I'm a big fan. It will make my day if he accepts me on Facebook. So then Dean speaks to him. Next thing I know, me and Jim Kelly are friends on Facebook.
No way.
Yeah? All right?
Proper convos, yeah?
No, like I had a proper combo.
But he messaged him and said, my friend, blah, 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 is a fan. All right?
I just mentioned, I just said to him once, when he accepted me, big fan, love thing, best dialogue I've ever heard in the film, still, and I'm like, no, just things like that.
All right, and then he accepted me. And then, randomly, I would just send him quotes from the movie, Figgy, yeah?
Oh, God.
And then he deleted me and blocked me, and then he blocked Dean as well. Okay. And then, God rest his soul, he passed away 2 weeks later.
No way.
Yeah, so he probably was ill, and the family was probably thinking, this is weird.
Yeah.
No, I think I bugged the shit out of him.
Probably.
And I think, the last couple of weeks of his life, he was thinking, this fucking prick. You know what I mean? But you know what? To Jim Kelly's family, he's a legend.
He is.
And it was only out of love that I...
My dad used to tell me about him, not just out of Enter the Dragon. When he put him on, he was like, "Yeah, this dude has made films. Like he said, like I used to watch him in
Williams
cinema.
was so much of a better fighter than Roper was, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I guess the black guy had to die in the movie, innit?
Look, man, you don't know, right? At the end of the day, it was a weird one.
If Roper died, would you have cared?
But I
wouldn't have cared.
I like Bruce Lee. I think Bruce Lee didn't give a fuck about race or anything about that. I think that was out of Bruce Lee's range, right? I think he represented everyone fully. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, he would like let people talk the way they're supposed to talk.
What's your favourite scene from Enter the Dragon?
Enter the Dragon. I don't know, man. There's good. There's a lot of them.
There's quite a few good scenes, isn't there?
There's a bunch of them. I suppose out of, you know, like love for Jackie Chan as well.
Yeah.
I like that whole fight scene. I like that whole fight scene.
Your battle with the gods was magnificent. Your skill is extraordinary.
That's right.
And to think I was going to ask you to join us.
Yeah, and that always used to have a break there at TV on Channel 4 or ITV or whatever.
Saying that, I remember that.
When was the first time they done a nunchuck scene of that?
Listen, no, I always had the nunchuck scene.
You always had that.
Shall I tell you the one scene that I didn't have?
That's the first one I saw, but no one used to see it. I was like, what?
Listen,
I saw that ages ago.
Yeah.
Man.
In my house, there was an old video cassette.
Yeah.
All right? I don't know where this video cassette came from, but my earliest memories are watching this video cassette, and the adverts were on it as well. So it must have been on ITV, and it was recorded, and the adverts were still on it, It was recorded off TV, All right? And the copy, I've always watched that copy. I never bought it on DVD.
Right.
I had that cassette. Up until maybe 2001, 2002 times, I still had that cassette, All right? And say about 2005, 2006 onwards, I downloaded the movie, all right? And there's a scene in that movie that I had never seen before.
What was the scene?
Right after he beats Samo, he's having a conversation. No, he does a backflip, and then he has a conversation with the high Shaolin priest underneath the tree. And it's not his voice. It's overdubbed.
That's right.
I'd never seen that up until about 2005. Right? I'd never seen that scene before.
A bit more
No, I've
seen as well, though,
I've seen that as well.
I've seen that as well.
I used to see. My dad made sure he put everything on.
So probably the version that was on TV that was recorded off the TV didn't have that then.
Because
I never watched it. I never watched it. I've only ever watched Enter the Dragon off the TV dubbing.
Right. When we were talking about, for instance, we love hip hop, right? I don't particularly listen to it anymore, because it's just the lyrics. I just think
next time, cover your mouth, man. What's the matter with you?
Right.
No one wants to see that shit.
Microphone's in the way.
Right. But Wu-Tang Killer Bees.
Yeah.
Right. Now, when was the first time that you heard Killer Bees? How old was you?
Mine was much later. It was actually Hus that turned around and put me onto the album.
No, but I mean...
I'm
talking about in the martial art context.
No.
For films.
No.
My first film, I had it on there.
What was your first film?
To Kill with Intrigue. Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
And
so you saw that before you saw any Bruce Lee movie or anything?
Yeah. I was about 4 years old, bruv. Yeah. My first film, To Kill with Intrigue, and what happened? That isn't even like one of these, he's got normal films where he's a spy, you know what I mean? He's got normal clothes on. In this one, it's one of them period pieces where he's back in, in the ancient times, or whatever, and he's got long hair and sideburns and all shit like that. He's looking like a Taoist. He's got a top knot and all this shit. You know what I mean? He's like son of a wealthy man, and this man's like a general or something like this. So they're having his birthday party. But what's happened in the past? You took over a clan, and the clan was the Killer Bees, right? Oh. And what happened? The leader said, "We're gonna come back for you," and it was all like, you know, mystic, like that was all like coming out of coffins, throwing coffin lids and, you know, and shit like that. And then the man, like in the beginning, like the man's throwing back because he goes, I've got this secret to show you. So he shows his hand with the bead, killer bee symbol on it. Oh. And he goes, and then suddenly you hear someone in the background go, give me my hand. Give me my hand. And then you see Jackie Chan grab it and throw it, and the man catches it. It goes, ha, it's mine. And then you see him run like this, like in a zigzag, but you see him disappearing when he's running and shit, like he's proper mystic. And
my earliest memories of kung fu movies. I wasn't really into kung fu movies like that, like old kung fu movies.
I was watching Jackie Chan.
It was Enter the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon was my first.
Kung Fu on TV. Remember Kung Fu?
Yeah.
You watch it for a whole hour for one kick.
I never watched that whole.
Listen,
I never watched it,
bro. I used to watch it for a whole hour, and at the end he done one kick.
Yeah.
And that was in, yeah. And Monkey Magic.
Monkey Magic, yeah.
You know,
but that was part funny, and not only that, it is based on an actual novel.
Yeah,
like, you
Monkey
know,
Magic
not
was
philosophy, but
bro.
it's like a novel. It's a great novel, epic novel that is based around some sort of philosophy, but it's not the actual.
Monkey Magic was great. Pigsy, Sandy, Trippy Tucker. That shit was, and I watched the Netflix remake of it. Yeah. I watched Fun and Get Out of Here, man. Monkey was.
Is that nostalgia though that blocked you, like from liking this new one?
It might be with me
because the guy didn't even seem like Monkey.
No, didn't seem so cheery and just, you know, like
Monkey was
like always happy.
What did he used to do?
Never you see the. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, and Pigsy was just a prick.
Yeah. Well, look, every time we're hungry at work,
but he's supposed to be
hungry,
though.
Someone always breaks out that I'm hungry, monkey.
Yeah, I'm hungry, monkey. But that was great. Yeah. But Kung Fu, and then after that came Van Damme, Kickboxer.
Oh God,
Kickboxer is another one of my favorite martial arts movies of all time.
See, all that to me is like
that to you was like bubblegum.
That was like
that was like some bubblegum shit because you was into that like Shogun Assassin and all that type of shit, innit? I've seen Shogun Assassin.
I didn't see Shogun Assassin till late. Like there was not a lot of Japanese films that I was actually watching, but there was a couple.
Shogun Assassin.
Do you know what I'm saying? It was hard. No, I see it eventually, but it is hard, like because everyone was so into Chinese films.
Let me ask you this:
you got them in the video stores.
Talking about Shogun Assassin, yeah, all right. Kill Bill. Yeah. Do you think Kill Bill was a good ode to martial arts movies?
No.
No?
No. No, I personally really dislike the whole thing, franchise.
I love Kill Bill.
No.
I think it's weird, you know, because.
But why did you say it's crap?
My opinion, like, obviously, you know.
Do you know
I don't like it.
It is like slash comedy, innit?
To me, it's got no martial art value to it. It's got no.
It does though.
No, it ain't. No.
It's like it's like I'm trying to be real, but I've got to be cliche.
Yeah.
But that's what Tarantino does.
Yeah, I know, but
like working.
That's all. That's all. I mean, that's all I can say about the film. But I like the film because I can look at it and say it ain't real. Yeah, and you know this man's made up a fantasy to bring like an American film to give it like, you know, to say, look, these films in a way, because as he said, like Chinese films, like in the 70s, they were doing great, epic, like I am telling you, like if you look at some of the Jackie Chan and like as you said, like the Kill Bills and I mean the Baks and whatnot. Yeah. They were doing things like that back in the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were doing epic fight scenes.
I'll tell you what.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about always being in a drunken master or like I'm just like saying they're doing epic fight scenes.
Have you guys ever watched any of the?
But they never got represented. They've never been rich.
Kurosawa films. Kira Kurosawa. Have you seen any of these films? Like Yojimbo.
I'm not like. You know,
Seventh Samurai.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard of him.
Right, Geezer was off the hook. You're talking about black and white.
Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen a couple, but they're not. Really? You're really bad, man. That's
I
twice
know.
I've heard your phone.
Bloody hell, man.
I've seen a couple, but I haven't.
That's
seen.
just dropping the ball today, man.
I know. Like I haven't seen loads and loads.
Yeah.
It took later to obviously see like the couples. You get me? But
Mate, they're
I was watching manga before fucking most people.
Yeah.
Like I've seen so many mangas. But
What was your first?
Fist of the North Star.
So mine was Akira, then Fist of the North.
Mine was Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still think Street Fighter's the best manga.
Yeah.
Really?
Street Fighter is a good one, but it ain't the best. No.
No, I don't.
I think so. I
Ninja
think it
Scroll's
is.
better than that.
But again, I'm a big Street Fighter fan, so
Have you seen Ninja Scroll?
yeah, I've seen Ninja Scroll
Yeah, that's big.
and Guyver.
Like to me, the biggest.
Do you like Guyver?
Yeah. Because don't get me wrong. I like them all at a certain level, but to me, the best one out of all of them is Ghost in the Shell. Like it
What a
is
disappointment that movie remake.
the
was, though.
movie. Oh my god,
Yeah, I haven't seen
that
the manga
franchise.
version of it.
That franchise it is in Japan, and the manga thing. It's been going on from about 92. All right, it's been going before that, from when it was printed in magazines and it was made like a comic, like a graphic novel, and then they brought out like a part of it. If you have to read it to understand, right? And they brought out a part of it to make it a film, and they made it less funny, because in the graphic novel it's a little bit more comic-y.
Right.
You know, they do the faces and all the they got a hit on the head, big eyes and all that.
Yeah.
And like, but in it, they make it a little bit more down to earth and real and whatnot. And then they had like part 2. Then they got like series, like left, right. They've had like 3 different type of series doing it. It's like it's a long franchise. They've got a lot, like, you know what I mean. If you're a fan, you are a fan.
So what's the film?
And then you watch that film. They may look. For instance, they focus so much on the look and the design, right? Trying to please fans, right? Is that they went overboard, right? And they didn't hit home the main basic thing of a great Ghost in the Shell thing is storyline.
Yeah.
Right? The storyline is always like something that you have to think about. Like, it's got philosophy in it.
Yeah.
And it's to do with sci-fi. And they're saying, is the computer world similar to like spirituality and
Right.
things like that, you know, where you can say space is just space, whether it's in the net or whether it's in the real world, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
but it depends on where you obviously believe where your
Wasn't the whole
consciousness
thing
comes from.
when they released the Matrix, they turned around.
Oh,
they
that's
said it was a
fucking.
rip-off.
It is. It's basically bitten off. But apparently, like, there's some sort of thing that went around. I'm not 100% sure about this, but like, I'll probably say I'm not even 50-50 on this. I just heard it. It's rumor, 100%. But there was a woman, and she wrote a story, and it's basically Terminator and the Matrix wrapped in one.
Right.
And they sort of used her book, and then she got out court settlements and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on it,
Right.
but I can actually
Obviously,
see
it's
that.
for the Matrix film, though.
And the Matrix and Terminator, like,
Right.
that was like wrapped into one. But I can sort of see it
Did you see
because it's all the same type of basic, you know.
Will
humans,
Smith
capture
turned
humans.
around and said why he refused the part of Neo
No,
in the Matrix? You never saw that?
no.
Was it that it was too confusing or
No.
something?
Basically, Will Smith turned around and said that what are the brothers' names again?
The Wachowski.
yeah.
Wachowskis,
yeah.
the brothers, yeah. Pitched him a movie, and apparently he walked in and they were there, and they said, "Yeah, we want you to be in this movie." He's like, "Okay." He goes, "Imagine," right? So Will Smith was like, "So what's the movie about?" He goes, "Imagine you do a jumping kick. You jump and do a kick, yeah." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "And you freeze in the air, and the camera rotates all the way around you." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "We're developing that. Do you want to be in the movie?" And Will Smith was like, "No, I think I'll pass. I'll do Wild Wild West instead." You know what I mean? But that was the pitch. The pitch was, imagine you doing a spinning kick or a jumping kick. You stop in the middle, and the camera follows you all the way around.
Didn't he ask no more questions?
No,
Didn't he turn around? What's the storyline?
apparently he didn't.
He just heard that, didn't like it, said,
Yeah, that was the pitch to Will Smith, apparently.
Yeah, wise move.
You know what I mean?
Wise
But then,
move.
could you imagine Will Smith being Neo?
Nah.
Yeah.
It had to have been Keanu.
Yeah.
Because it had to be someone as
No, I can imagine
as
it being-
robotic as Keanu Reeves.
No, I can imagine him doing it.
Really?
Yeah, I can imagine him doing it. I can imagine.
But do you know who was going to be Neo?
like,
Morpheus.
Another person.
If Will Smith
another
took
person.
it,
Another
one
person
sec.
I can imagine being Neo is Tom Cruise.
All right, listen.
I reckon
if
it's one
Will
of them
Smith,
characters, like,
I'm actually with Huss on this one.
one
He's
sec.
got a
One
bit
sec.
more
If
fit.
Will Smith took the part of Neo, do you know who was going to be Morpheus?
Go on.
Val Kilmer.
Oh, terrible. Oh, that sounds terrible.
well, there's nothing wrong with the Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer's decent, bro.
He was.
Shut up.
He was, man. He was. Have you seen him recently? Have you seen the Snowman? Have you seen the film Snowman? He's in that. The geezer is mash up.
But anyway, you were saying that you agree with me. Will Smith